Senior officials from the United States, Israel, the United Arab Emirates, Egypt, Bahrain and Morocco have convened in Abu Dhabi for a meeting of the Negev Forum to discuss regional integration. The meeting comes amidst rising tensions in the region. This week's two-day conference in Abu Dhabi will be the first time that the working groups will meet to discuss tangible regional projects. The Negev Summit was first convened in Israel in March of last year. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken, the then Israeli Foreign Minister Yair Lapid, and the foreign ministers of the UAE, Bahrain, Morocco and Egypt attended that conference. The meeting ended with an agreement to turn it into an ongoing regional framework to increase cooperation and add more countries to the process. This year, it was initially unclear whether the new government in Israel would continue to participate in the process. The fog of uncertainty was cleared after Foreign Minister Eli Cohen expressed commitment to the forum in a recent phone call with Antony Blinken. Also this year, Jordan will be the only Arab country with full diplomatic relations with Israel that will not be sending a delegation for the summit. For more on this, our correspondent Jody Cohen had an exclusive interview with R.A. Lystone. Lystone was Special Envoy of the United States for the Abraham Accords and was instrumental in the setting up of the normalization agreements between Israel and the Arab countries. Take a look.
I'm with Aryeh Lightstone, former US Special Envoy for the Abraham Accords. Welcome, Aryeh. Now, with the UAE in the past week, we seem to be getting some mixed messages. First of all, they sponsored the emergency meeting at the UN Security Council criticising Israel. And the night before, it turns out that the UAE ambassador hosted Israel's new foreign minister and a number of ambassadors. What would you say is the UAE's position on Israel?
No mixed messages at all. It's a relationship. And like all relationships, you have give and take, push and pull. Married, sometimes you have a conversation one night with your spouse and the next morning it's a different conversation, but you're still married. And that's the relationship that the UAE has with Israel. It's a relationship based upon growing together and trying to create a stronger alliance together.
So Jordan reportedly hasn't sent a delegation to the Negev Summit meeting this week in the UAE, and we know that the US is trying to get them involved. Do you think they'll be successful in their efforts?
Look, I think we all root for the Jordanian people. The Jordanian leadership has let them down, not this time and not last time and not even the time before that, but almost every single time. So will they show up to this summit? The best way to get them to show up to summits is to have the summits deliver meaningful results, and ultimately the Jordanian people will push their leadership to show up.
Now, Netanyahu has said that one of his priorities is to make peace with Saudi Arabia. Is that a pipe dream?
No, I think it's a priority for everybody who cares about the future of the Middle East. The Middle East used to be known as a place of chaos and confusion, and since the Abraham Accords, it's a place of peace and prosperity. I think every country is saying when and not if they will make peace with Israel and join the Abraham Accords.
But they have specifically stated that they're not willing to make peace with Israel until there's a resolution on the Palestinians. How do you see that unfolding? I
think there are a lot of countries that have previously stated opinions, and I think that the more the Abraham Accords demonstrate real dividends, the more other countries are going to decide to jump in. The Palestinians have a chance to jump in themselves. So far,